It's game time. WNKX welcomes you to this live presentation of local high school sports, made possible by our community advertising partners.
As the sun begins to set across the way behind the tree line, we are here live and in living color here at Jerry Bratton Field, which is housed by Kenneth Moe Wright Stadium. We have some high school football action for you here tonight, whether you are tuning in on YouTube, Facebook, or the radio. This is WNKX. I am Josh Copley, and we have a good one on tap for you here tonight. Now, it is a big night here at Hickman County High School. This week, the students and teachers alike have been celebrating homecoming week. Of course, it's a week where we see a lot of friendly competition between the classes. And it all comes to a head here tonight, where at halftime it will be announced the winner of the homecoming events. We're all very excited about that. Of course, before we started our broadcast here tonight, we had the homecoming court, where the homecoming queen and king were both announced. Now, ladies and gentlemen, a few weeks ago was our last broadcast whenever Hickman County was here at home hosting the East Hickman Eagles in what some are calling the game of the year. Of course, Hickman fell short by just 1 point, but it was certainly the best football we've seen them play all year. And of course, the following week, last Friday night, they took a road trip on a rainy night to Loretto High School, and unfortunately, we saw our Bulldogs take a pretty big loss. So the Bulldogs are here tonight looking to rally back and find some of that spark that we saw when they played East Hickman. Now, as I mentioned a few moments ago, we saw the homecoming court here tonight. And as a few weeks ago, we gave a player spotlight to number 21, John Irvin. Tonight, the player spotlight goes to wide receiver number 17, Braden Folks, who earlier tonight was crowned the homecoming king. So let's see if he is playing with any more added emotion or swagger or confidence due to winning this prestigious award. So a lot to look out for here tonight as the captains for Cheatham and Hickman County both stand across from one another as they prepare to go to midfield onto that Bulldog and prepare for the coin toss as kickoff is just a few minutes away. And tonight, before we get into our game tonight, I want to go through the roster for your Hickman County Bulldogs. Of course, first and foremost, number 4, junior John Michael Lewis. Number 5, junior Jaden Street. Number 6, sophomore Braden Brown. Number 7, sophomore Eli Raymer. Number 8, junior Devin Tucker. Number 9, sophomore quarterback Andy Kraft. Number 12, sophomore Braden McCaleb. Number 13, senior Devin Driggers. 14, sophomore Aiden Spiegelmeyer. Number 15, freshman Madden Huffins. Number 17, senior Braden Folks, our player spotlight of the night. Number 21, senior John Irvin. Number 22, freshman Amari Walker. Number 23, junior Dylan Qualls, the rookie wide receiver. Number 24, senior Joey Newberry. Number 25, sophomore Elijah Fry. Number 26, junior AJ Reich. Number 27, sophomore Winston Redmond. Number 28, freshman Braden Armstrong. Number 31, Cameron Wright, a junior. Number 33, senior Dawson Epley. Number 35, senior Braxton Folker. Number 50, sophomore Ryan Martin. Number 51, senior Turner Davenport. Number 52, sophomore Chase Sims. Number 54, sophomore Tristan Hall. Number 55, freshman Isaiah Wimbush. Number 59, junior Bristol Bennett. Number 60, freshman Jake Sims. Number 62, junior Ruger Toddy. Number 63, senior Zach King. Number 64, junior Levi Eisenhuth. Number 66, sophomore Chevy Brown. Number 70, senior Alex Vasquez. Number 72, freshman Aaron Rodabaugh. Number 76, senior Ashton Kistler. Number 77, freshman Scott Qualls. And number 78, junior Nick Stovall. So the roster, as far as I know, has not seen much change. So we're hoping the Bulldogs can build some more team chemistry here tonight as they try to achieve their first win of the season. Hickman County so often this year has come so close to scratching that win column, but it's been just a few small mistakes that have snowballed into losses. So we're hoping tonight Hickman County can get everything under control in the pursuit of this W. Of course, some keys for the game here tonight. Of course, all eyes, as they have been all season, will be on the young quarterback, Andy Kraft. Kraft has been honing his craft, no pun intended, throughout this season. Of course, this is his first year as quarterback with the departure of quarterback Elijah Puckett, who elected to focus on basketball. Of course, a very talented young man who we hate to lose, but Andy Kraft has shown some bright spots as well, not only as a passer, but as a rusher as well. And I believe that's why we saw some problems last week against Loretto, because of their lack of passing ability. Of course, with the rainy conditions, with the tropical storms that were moving through last week, passing the ball was a rarity. And Loretto, who is known for their ground game, of course, kept rushing the ball, and they did not relent, which resulted in a 44-6 Loretto victory. But tonight, the Bulldogs, I was able to talk to some of the players earlier this week. I was able to meet up with number 21, John Irvin, this week, and he feels confident. He said if there was any game that belongs to us, it's this one. Of course, John, a bright spot on this team, plays his heart out offense, defense, and special teams. But as I mentioned earlier, our player spotlight goes to another young man tonight, number 17, wide receiver, Braden Folks, who, if you remember, the last time we broadcasted with you against East Hickman, had an electric touchdown reception, and he has certainly been one of Kraft's favorite targets this year, and he is certainly a player to watch out for if Hickman County is to get a W here tonight. So the team captains make their way to midfield. The captains for Hickman County tonight, Sims, Brown, and Davenport, are the captains for Hickman County tonight. And we are 2.5 minutes away from kickoff here at Jerry Bratton Field. It's a good crowd here tonight because of all the homecoming festivities, a lot of energy, a lot of emotion in the stadium here tonight. And while football is on the forefront of our minds tonight, it's also a big weekend here for Hickman County as we begin the National Banana Pudding Festival. And tonight, I'd like to remind you that WNKX will be bringing you some coverage of the Banana Pudding Festival tomorrow, beginning around 8:30, and will be ending around 10 o'clock. I will be there hosting. We're very excited for the Banana Pudding Festival this weekend. But before we can get to that, we are under the lights here tonight at Kenneth Moe Wright Stadium. And the Hickman County Bulldogs storm onto the field with the banner of red that they tear through. Horns erupting. We are under a minute to go until kickoff. Nothing quite beats the feeling of being here under the lights. But before we get started, this broadcast here at WNKX would not be possible without these sponsors. A very special thank you to MLEC Electric Company. Thank you to Ascension St. Thomas, Advocate Auto Body, Pizza Hut, No One Out Pizzas to Hut, Liberty Pharmacy, and the McDonald Funeral Home. Once again, this stream would not be possible were it not for these gracious sponsors. And ladies and gentlemen, if you run into any representative of these sponsors throughout your work week, tell them thank you. Tell them that Hickman County appreciates them because they do a lot for us. Our community would not be the same without them, and it appears that Hickman County will be receiving the first half kickoff, which means Cheatham County will be receiving the kickoff to begin the second half. Back deep is number 6, Braden Brown, number 21, John Irvin. And a couple of weeks ago, we saw a lot of explosive returns from Irvin. It sparked a lot of momentum for this Bulldog team, and we're going to be looking forward to a lot more of that from young Irvin here tonight. The referees are speaking in midfield, making sure everything is running smoothly before we begin this kickoff. So we had to swap sides here, a little bit of confusion following our coin toss, but now Cheatham County is set up, ready to go for our kickoff. It's still Irvin and Brown back deep to return.
Oh, it's a Doug's fireworks touchdown. That's when I get to say boom.
And here we go.
Yes.
The whistles are blown. The kicker charges. And it's a little squib kick to the right side of the field, touched and downed at the 44-yard line, and that's where Hickman County will set up shop as Kraft and company trot onto the field as we begin the first drive of the game. And folks, whether you're joining us on YouTube, Facebook, or the radio, we welcome you and we appreciate your support as we have an exciting night of football underway here tonight. And our player spotlight of the night, remember, goes to 17, Braden Folks, who's out wide here far left. And it's a stacked backfield, Kraft flanked by two men, Driggers and Brown. Snap. It's a give up the middle to Driggers, and Driggers is stopped. They'll mark him down at around the line of scrimmage. No gain for Driggers. 2nd and 10 now for Hickman County. Players looking at their sideline, out of their wristbands, making sure they have the plays confirmed with their coaches. Let's see what Coach McDonald has in store here. Kraft in the gun, running back to his left, two receivers wide left. Snap. Gives to Brown. Brown cuts, dives his way forward, and he crosses midfield, and they'll mark him down at the 49-yard line. And just like that, 2 plays later, the Bulldogs are in Cub territory, and Driggers, number 13, appeared to be grabbing at his hip, but I think he's okay. They hurry up to the line. Folks, the lone receiver, out wide left. Kraft flanked by 2 men in the gun. Snap, someone jumped up front, perhaps an encroachment. The referees will signal encroachment. And it will be offsides on Cheatham County. And since Hickman County had less than 5 yards to go to the sticks, that will move the chains. So a big first down for Hickman County. That'll now set them up at the Cub 44-yard line. A similar formation, Kraft flanked by two men in the backfield. Brown in motion right to left. Snaps, gives to Driggers. Driggers has some room. To the outside, he has ran out of bounds.
Driggers makes his way up to the 41-yard line.
So about a 5 or 6 yard gain there for Driggers. Depends on where they spot him, where they'll give his forward progress. So about 3 yards on the play. So 2nd down and 7 now coming up from about the 41-yard line. So Kraft now by himself in the gun, tells Driggers to come back. Driggers now to the left of Kraft. 3 receivers wide left, Irvin in the slot. Snap, play action, looking, fires, caught by Brown over the middle. And that will be a Hickman County first down and a chain mover. And that is exactly what Hickman County needs to do here. Establish the passing game early. You want to keep the defense on their toes. You want to stay unpredictable. You cannot become a one-dimensional offense. Of course, as we know, Kraft can hurt the defense with his legs and his arm. They hurry to the line, snap. Kraft rolls left, looking to pass. He's going to tuck it and keep it. Cuts back to the middle of the field. The pile is shoving a lot of bodies. And that is real football. And they push him down to the 25.
After a hard-fought gain of 8, 2nd down and 2 coming up.
And that will fire up the hearts of those old school coaches watching those big bodies push the pile. Second down and short now for Hickman County. So Kraft in the gun, Driggers to his right, 3 receivers stacked wide right. Snap, and it's a bad snap. Kraft jumps on it at the 35. Crisis averted, but Hickman County.
Now leave Hickman County with a 3rd and 11.
And those are those self-inflicted wounds that have plagued Hickman County this entire season. They had a give me first down on second down and short, but all that is gone now. So now a 3rd down and 12, a 10-yard loss on the miscue on the snap. So Kraft in the gun, Driggers to his right, 3 receivers wide right, Folks the far man right, and it's a pitch and a nice recovery from Driggers. We thought we were going to see another fumble, but that recovery goes for naught, and that will back up the Bulldogs even further. A 4th down and 16 for Hickman County with 8.5 to go in the first quarter. So here we have 4th and long. The Bulldogs go for it. He lets it fly. Looks for Folks. Just over the head. A lot of contact. Folks looking for a flag, but he won't get one. And that will be a turnover on downs. A very gutsy decision there from Coach McDonald to go for it. But these are the risks you have to take if you want to win football games. And that just shows what kind of confidence Coach McDonald has in his defense, which has looked fairly strong the last few weeks. The only time we really see the defense falter is when the offense falters. We need to see a lot more resilience from Hickman County than what we've seen in recent weeks. So here we go, Cheatham County's offense. Quarterback in the gun, 1 running back to his right, 2 receivers wide right. Snap, feed up the middle. It's a counter, and he bashes his way, plows ahead for a decent gain.
Ball carrier up to the 45-yard line.
Gets to about the 45 of their own. And that'll be a 2nd down and 3 coming up for the Cubs. The Cubs break their huddle.
Number 5.
2nd down and short. The carry was by number 5, Tadarius Bright, number 12. Cheatham in the gun. Snap, and it seemed to be a lot of motion. The receiver on the far side of the field, number 7, Brady Kaysen, jumped the gun a little bit, and that will back them up. So just as Hickman County had their own self-inflicted wound on the fumble, Cheatham County with a self-inflicted wound of their own, backing them up from what would have been a 2nd short to now a 2nd down and 8 at about the 40-yard line. It is a cozy night for football, ladies and gentlemen. The sun was brutal earlier, but the sun has set, and cool air is flowing now in this press box. Quarterback in the gun, snaps, up the middle, gives a lot of room for Cheatham's running back, but he is met quickly at the 45 after only a 5-yard gain. And a pack of dogs meet the ball carrier. Couldn't quite tell who was the lone man responsible for initiating the tackle. So now a 3rd down and short. Now they make up the penalty yardage on that last carry. So a 3rd down and about 2 for the Cubs. And Hickman County comes to life here on this 3rd down and short. One of the benefits, of course, of playing at home. Quarterback again in the gun. Running back to his right. Feed up the middle. He is met quickly, but he breaks the tackle. Gets around the edge and he darts well past the 1st down marker and down to about the 41-yard line. And that will be a 1st down for Cheatham. It appeared like the Bulldogs had it read. They met him in the backfield but couldn't quite wrap up to bring him down. So as a clutch carry, and they'll say his knee was down short of the 41. They'll say about the 42-yard line is where they will officially mark him down. So a big conversion there by the Cubs. They come out again in this similar formation. Quarterback in the gun, running back a little bit behind him and to his right. Snap, Drop back to pass. Looking, scanning, firing to the sideline. Caught at the 35. And he is wrapped up and dropped quickly.
Pass complete to the line.
It appeared to be by number 14. Yes, Aiden Spiegelmeyer.
Second down, 3 to go.
And a clutch open field tackle to prevent the ball carrier from getting any more than what he did. They'll mark him down at the 35-yard line, the spot where he caught it, for a second down and 4 for Cheatham County with 5:20 to go in the first quarter. Cheatham breaks their huddle. Quarterback in the gun. Running back slightly behind him. Snap. Give. No, it's a keeper on the read option. Quarterback gets around the edge. And he is ran down by Irvin and Brown at about the 30 or 27-yard line is where they'll mark him down officially. But that is still good enough for a Cheatham County first down. Now this is where teams can be dangerous. When you fed your running back so much on a single drive, defenses can hone in on that one man and completely forget about the possibility that a quarterback can keep the ball. Hickman County has utilized that offense themselves, so they should be no stranger to this style of play. Both offenses seem to be operating fairly similar as far as formation and play calling. Let's see if that changes as the game goes along. Snap. Give. Bounces to the edge. Could not quite make a tackle, and he is lit up out of bounds, about a 6-yard gain. But hold your horses, ladies and gentlemen. There is a flag in the backfield, and usually that means holding. For the Bulldogs' sake, I hope it is, and yes, it is.
Holding is called against Cheatham County.
You know how it goes, ladies and gentlemen. Death, taxes, and holding calls on big carries. But this one certainly works in the Bulldogs' favor, and we will not complain about it a single bit. So that'll completely negate the big first down carry. A first down and 20 now upcoming for the Cubs. The Bulldogs need to capitalize on this turning of fortune. And the clock will now begin to roll once more. Driggers and Brown, safeties that this Cub offense has to look out for. They're very dangerous in the secondary. Perhaps a miscommunication by Cheatham, and the offensive line just gave out by Cheatham, but he still gets the ball off. It's intercepted!
And that pass is intercepted.
That appeared to be number 5, Jaden Street. An excellent pursuit by this Bulldog front, forcing the quarterback of Cheatham County to throw up an errant ball. And a great job of the Bulldogs secondary to turn their heads, keep their eyes locked on the football. And that is a huge interception and a big turning of momentum for the Bulldogs. And that is just what the doctor ordered as Kraft trots back onto the field after conversing with his head coach. Let's see if they can take advantage of this momentum swing. But they are backed against their own goal line. They have to be careful to avoid any errant snaps or miscues, lest we might see a safety. So Hickman County ball security means everything now more than ever. Snap, give, Brown the carry, darts forward, has a lane, spins out of a tackle, and he is dragging men with him. He's still going and churning, and he is down at the 21-yard line, and they will move the chains. What a tough run by young number 6. We thought that was going to be a 6-7-yard gain at best, but a tough run. Brown just would not go down. So Hickman County now gives themselves a little bit more breathing room, but they are no longer backed against their own goal line. Let's see if that changes the play calling any. Kraft, gun, snaps, looking, rolls left, fires. Oh, just incomplete, slightly overthrown. Had number 13, Driggers, on the out route, but couldn't quite find him. Driggers almost made a spectacular one-handed grab, but with a defender right on his tail. A lot of interference there, disrupting that catch. So now we have second down and 10. Kraft in the gun, Driggers to his left, Brown to his right, Folks wide left, the receiver. Kraft Has to draw him off snaps. It's a quarterback draw. Up the middle. Makes a man miss. Dips and dives. Not a whole lot.
Calling the keeper up to the 26-yard line.
But he will get down to about the 26-yard line. Kraft making something
They have 4 third
out of that
down and
carry,
6
about
from
4
the
yards.
Dogs.
Now a 3rd down and 6
Welcome back to class
upcoming
of
for Hickman County.
2015, who's here tonight celebrating their 10th
So Kraft in the gun. Jiggers to his left. 3 receivers wide left.
game tonight. Class of 2015, welcome back.
Snap. Give. Up the middle. Triggers. Follows his blocks. Pushing forward. And he's ran out of bounds at about the 34-yard line. But that is plenty for a Bulldog first down. A tough run by young number 13. First and 10, Hickman County, 2:36 to go in this first quarter. And if Hickman County can establish this rushing attack, that will certainly open up holes downfield for the passing attack to rear its head. Kraft motions Irvin. Jet sweep. Gives to Irvin. Bounces left. Has the hole. Darts through. He's free. He's free. 40. 30. It's a foot race. 25-20. And he is drugged down inside the red zone at the 15-yard line. What a carry on the jet sweep. Number 21, John Irvin. But there is a flag on the field.
There is a flag down on the field.
And if I was a betting man, which I'm not, I would say it's a holding call, and Hickman County begins the slow walk back.
Holding call against
Man, you're kidding me. Once again, death, taxes, and holding calls on big plays. It never fails. So Hickman County gets that big run wiped off the board. But that should be a hopeful sign for Hickman County. They know the ground game is working pretty well for them so far, and I have no doubt that the ground game can get them out of this 1st and 20 hole. And that will spot them at around the 23-yard line. Kraft in the gun. Brown to his right. Folks wide right. Snap. Whistle is blown. Not sure if it's a timeout or an official stoppage. And I believe they wanted to correct the spot. Not 100% certain, but they do change it slightly. They'll still mark it at the 23-yard line. Kraft in the gun. Brown to his right. Driggers in the slot right. Folks wide right. Snap. Feed. It's a reverse to Irvin. Gets around right. On a big open field tackle and flags fly. The ball's out.
There's a flag on the field.
And they will signal that Cheatham County has the football, and Irvin took a big hit. Now turnovers, we don't see that very much from John Irvin, but he took a shot, folks.
Block in the back, called against Hickman
And they'll
County.
say block in the back, and of course Cheatham County will decline the penalty to ensure that they do have the football. 1st and 10 as they are knocking on the door of the red zone. So here's where the mettle of the Bulldog defense will be tested. We saw a big turnover last drive for Cheatham. Hickman needs another one here. Quarterback in the gun, running back to his left. One receiver in the slot to the right, one wide left. Snap. Quarterback keeper up the middle. He's hit pretty immediately, but the pile will push a few yards, and there is a fight.
Quarterback takes it down to the 20-yard line.
There was a brawl breaking out in the pile. Of course, we know football is an emotional game, but if you're Hickman County, you have to keep things under control. Let's see who they flag first, though. Usually it's always the second man that comes in that gets flagged, but let's see who they get here. The officials discussing, wanting to make sure it's clarified. We could see offsetting penalties here. So it's a holding call on Cheatham and then a personal foul call on Hickman County. And yes, those penalties will offset. They will replay the down. 1st and 10 once more for Cheatham County. And I know it's so easy for tempers to flare in this physical game, but that is something you have to get under control. You can't give up free yards. It worked out in the Bulldogs' favor this time because of the holding call, but you can't bank on that every time. So Cheatham, that same formation we've seen all night tonight. Snap, up the middle to give, has a hole, bounces, cuts back left, gets around the edge, makes a few men miss, but he is ultimately wrapped up at around the 10-yard line.
First down, Cheatham County.
But that will be enough
First and goal.
And I'm witness here there at the official spot. So they'll mark him down about the 12-yard line. Suppose his knee hit a little bit earlier than I once thought. So there is room for another Cub first down, but if you're Hickman County, you cannot let it get to that point. So here we go. Snap. Feed up the middle again, but he is hit quick and downed by a pack of dogs.
At the 10-yard line by several Bulldogs.
And he is not going to get very far. Second down and 9 for Hickman County.
Riley, work this for a second.
So we have about a minute to go, 64 seconds and counting in the first quarter. And this quarter has absolutely flown by. And at the end of this quarter, we will have a word from our sponsors. So here we go, second and long. A nice job of filling the gaps there, Hickman County. It's another run play up the middle. Number 4 fights out of some tackles and drags his way down for a substantial gain. Not quite enough for a first down, but a third down and manageable on the way for the Cubs. They'll give him about 5 yards on the carry. Third down and 4. Third down and 4, they mark him about the 5-yard line.
Third down. Make some noise.
And that was number 4, Jordan Hampton, on the carry. And the horns will sound from the scoreboard, and that will mark the end of the first quarter. Your score, Hickman County 0, Cheatham County 0, but Cheatham County is knocking on the door. Let's see if the Bulldogs can get a big stop when we come back here on WNKX.
We're back in just 1 minute. WNKX would like to thank these community partners for helping to make tonight's broadcast possible. Ascension St. Thomas Hickman Hospital, Pizza Hut of Centerville, McDonald Funeral Home, Advocate Auto Body, Liberty Pharmacy, and the Meriwether Lewis Electric Cooperative.
And we're back. As the field has flipped, both teams trot down to the left side of the field. 12 minutes now on the clock in the second quarter of play, and we have third down and about 3 or 4 to go for the Cubs. Hickman County needs a big stop. And the crowd erupting here at Jerry Bratton Field to support their dogs. Quarterback in the gun, snap, give up the middle, he is met! And wait a minute, was the ball out? And it was a fumble. That big hit jarred the ball loose. And that'll be a first down for Hickman County. They'll set up at around the 10-yard line. And another huge turnover generated by this Bulldog defense. Let's see if the offense can finally capitalize on one of them. That was Turner Davenport, the culprit on the fumble. So a big turnover. Kraft now in the gun, running back to his right. Snap. Give. It's an inside zone. Brown breaks free. Gets around the edge, spins out of a tackle, and he is dragging a few men with him. And that is close. That is close to the marker. Let's see where they mark him. And yes, the officials will signal for the chain gang to make their march 10 yards downfield to reset the downs, and that is a first down for Hickman County. A tough run by number 6, Braden Brown. And it seems like the Bulldogs are just on the verge of breaking something big here. So Kraft once again in the gun, Driggers to his right, Urban in the slot. Folks wide right. Kraft talking to Driggers. Motions Irvin. right to left. 3 seconds on the play clock. Snap. Kraft rolls right. Gets a block from Driggers. A nice move from Kraft to avoid a loss on the play. And he gets about 1 yard on the play. Impressive bit of scrambling there from Kraft to avoid the loss. We know Kraft's athleticism is what makes him such a dangerous quarterback, and it's why Coach McDonald trusted him to carry that weight this year. So Kraft in the gun, running back to his left. It's Driggers. Snap, inside zone up the middle. Driggers makes the men miss. And we thought he had some daylight, but a great carry by number 13, Devin Driggers. Plenty for a first down. That'll mark him down at about the 37-yard line. It appeared that a Cheatham County lineman was shaken up on the play, but he's back up to his feet, moving around now. No stoppage needed. Kraft once again in the gun. Driggers to his left. 2 receivers wide left. Snap. Again to Driggers. They're going with the hot hand. Spins out of the no! We thought he was able to spin out of that tackle there, but not quite. A nice job of tackling
How are you?
by Cheatham County. So second down and not much. As a matter of fact, they'll say he got back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more, nothing less. So Kraft again in the gun. Sends Driggers left. He's now the lone man back there is number 9. Irvin in motion. Snap. It's a keeper. Fake jet sweep. Kraft has some room. Gets around the edge. Makes some men miss. Breaks out of it. 45, 40. And that's a horse collar. And Cheatham County had their hands all in Kraft's jersey. But the flag is probably going to be on Hickman County, and of course it is. So that'll back them up, and they'll completely just ignore the assault on a young number 9, Andy Kraft, but a tough run nonetheless. It seems like flags have only been flying when Hickman County gets something going. So let's see if they can tighten up here, and the official ruling is yes, a holding call on the Bulldogs. That'll back them up 10 yards, and they will replay second down. The whistles will blow, and following the penalty, there'll be a timeout called by Coach McDonald and crew. That will be their first timeout of the half. And don't go anywhere, folks. And we're back from this brief timeout break. Of course, here at the stadium, our PA announcer, Matthew Dodson, has been announcing the results of homecoming this week. Of course, a lot of the students getting fired up about that. And at halftime, they will be revealing the results. And I will share with you what I can about the overall results of it. The first play is given to Driggers. And that was an angry run by number 13, down to about the 39-yard line. And he'll get back to the original line of scrimmage and then some. So third down and a long 8 now for Hickman. So nice job by Driggers making up for that lost yardage. Let's see how they capitalize off of that now with a third and long 8. Kraft by himself in the shotgun, 3 receivers wide left. Motions Driggers. It's a keeper by Kraft. Follows his blockers up the middle, dragging some men with him, and he's down at about the 49-yard line of Hickman County, and that will be a chain mover. First down, Bulldogs. And it seems like so many of these Bulldog ball carriers have been dangerous, and if you're Cheatham, I'm not sure how you can predict who's going to get the ball next. It could be Irvin, it could be Driggers, it could be Kraft on a keeper. And that is the benefit of having such a dangerous, dynamic run game. So Kraft in the gun. Driggers to his right. 3 receivers stacked wide right. Irvin, Brown, and Folks. Snap. Looking to throw. Fires. Looking for Folks. No, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete. The second down and 10. Ladies and gentlemen, are you looking to keep up with all
Now
the things
Brown,
happening at Hickman County
hands
High School?
raised,
Look no further
perhaps
than the
looking
Hickman County
for
High School YouTube channel.
a pass
You can go to
interference,
youtube.com and search
or maybe there was some miscommunication there between him and his colleague, Braden Folks.
You can also follow
That ball
us
seemed a little bit underthrown to number 17 and a little bit overthrown for number 6.
County_high.
So some miscommunication there, but the ball falls harmlessly to the turf, so they avert disaster. No turnovers or interceptions to be seen here.
TikTok, Facebook.
So Kraft motions all of his receivers from left to right. He's in the gun, Driggers to his right, in the backfield. Kraft claps, snaps, rolls, gives, Driggers, left, gets around the edge. And he is just shy of the first down. They will keep the clock rolling, and they'll say he got it. The far side judge makes the motion with his hand signifying a first down. But will they give it to him? The official closest to the play didn't signal anything immediately. And finally they will move the chains. That's enough for a first down. A tough run by Driggers. Kraft in the gun, snaps. Gives again to number 13. They're keeping with their hot hand. Bounces off the line of scrimmage. Makes another man miss.
Devin Driggers with another hard-fought run down to the
Devin Driggers is Houdini in the backfield. And he exchanges some words with a Cheatham County defender.
Second down and 4.
So, of course, a little bit of jawing going on back and forth between Hickman and Cheatham, but the officials letting it go. Number 14, Aiden Spiegelmeyer, now in the game. He's now in the slot. Receiver position to the left. Folks, far left receiver. Play action. No, he's going to keep it. It's a quarterback keeper. Kraft has room. Breaks free. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Number 9. The son of a sheriff, Andy Kraft, takes it himself.
Andy Kraft from 35 yards.
Give Kraft 6. And the Bulldogs strike first in this first half of play.
Fireworks touchdown. Boom.
And how fitting is it here that it is a Duds firework touchdown sponsoring that last play. Of course, Kraft's uncle Steve Kraft, the mastermind behind Duds fireworks. An explosive play there by young Andy Kraft, and that is just what this offense needed. Now the pressure lies on the offense of Cheatham County. They have yet to do anything against this Bulldog defense. Raymer's kick, and it looks good. That's because it is good. So Hickman County now leads 7-0 with 7 minutes and 21 seconds to go in this first half of play. So an electric play by young Kraft. And speaking of electric, WNKX, this broadcast is sponsored by MLEC, our favorite electric company. We're sponsored by Ascension, St. Thomas, Advocate Auto Body, Pizza Hut, no one out pizzas the Hut, Liberty Pharmacy, and McDonald Funeral Home. Thank you to our sponsors. Now back to the action. So the Bulldogs do take advantage of the Cheatham County fumble, and they take the ball almost 90 yards on that last drive and cap it off with a touchdown. And Raymer tacks on the PAT, makes it 7-0, and now he set up the ball up the 40-yard line, and Raymer is ready to go to kick the ball deep to Cheatham County. And this defense certainly going to play a little bit more fired up. The crowd has come to life, and that is just what the Bulldogs needed. The kick, it's a good one, fielded, muffed at the 4, and his knee was down, and the officials catch it, they blow the whistle, and they'll mark him down inside the 5. Cheatham County has their work cut out for them. This defense has to make them pay for that error on the kickoff.
want to send a big thank you out tonight to the
So a big special teams play there, a beautiful kick by Raymer. Of course, a mental lapse there by the Cub return man. So now Cheatham County set up, the shadow of their goalpost looming over them.
From their own 3-yard line.
They'll mark at their own 3. It's a snap. It's going to be a quarterback keeper trying to get some breathing room.
Keeper on the play. He'll bring it out to the 7.
They'll mark him down at the 7. He'll get about 3 or 4 on the carry. And that felt like really the only play they could run there, try to generate some breathing room without running the risk of a safety, fumble, or anything else. So Cheatham County does get a little bit of room to work here, but Hickman County still with all the momentum. Cheatham subbing in. A new man enters the huddle. The Bulldog defense already lined up and prepared.
2nd and 6.
Quarterback snaps, gives. He bounces around the edge. He is met, and he is drugged down to the ground. And that is number 14, Aiden Spiegelmeyer, meeting him quickly and dropping him.
At the 5-yard line.
And it seems like a lot of the yardage that Cheatham County has gotten on this game has been broken tackles and bouncing the ball outside. Spiegelmeyer was well prepared for it and drops him. So a 3rd down and long, a long 8, short 9 coming up for the Cubs.
8 to go, Bulldog fans. Make some noise for your defense.
So let's see how risky Cheatham County wants to be here. Do they keep the ball on the ground and punt it away? Or do they try to force the issue and air it out here with their passing attack? Snap, and the whistle is blown.
Timeout called by Cheatham
And before
County
the snap, the officials will say that Cheatham County has taken a timeout.
in the first half.
Their first of the half.
Bulldog fans,
So Cheatham County undoubtedly thinking over what to do here, thinking about the best course of action when they're backed up in their own end zone. And before we come back to the action, another quick word from our
In
sponsors.
4th place were the sophomores.
MLEC, Ascension St. Thomas, Advocate Auto Body, Pizza Hut, Liberty Pharmacy, and McDonald Funeral Home are our sponsors tonight.
In 2nd place,
This broadcast here would not be possible without them, so if you see a representative of any of those corporations, give them a thank you. Because Josh Copley told you to. So we're back here at the field following that very, very brief ad break. We have 5:43 to go in this first half of play. Hickman County leads 7 to Cheatham County's nothing. And Cheatham County's offense will trot back onto the field, as will Hickman County's defense. Let's see what Coach McDonald has drawn up here for his defense.
Maybe more. We'll see here in a moment.
If I'm the defense, I want to apply some pressure. You want to make them nervous. You don't want to give this quarterback too much time. You want to force the issue. Snap. He rolls right, looking to pass. Rolls out, keeps rolling, runs, fires across the field. Caught. It is caught at the 20-yard line. And he will get some yards after the catch down to about the 30-yard line. That is a big play for Cheatham County. The Bulldogs appear to be in hot pursuit, but that is something you cannot do. The Cub receiver was essentially just standing there.
First down 10 for Cheatham.
But that was a great job. Admittedly, I will give credit where it is due to the Cub quarterback for making something happen, for rolling out, not giving up on the play, and finding his man. So Cheatham County, quarterback in the gun, running back behind him. Snap, drops back to pass, looking, pumps, pulls it down, up the middle, and he is drugged down by a lot of Bulldogs. And he will get a few on the play.
Ashton Kistler there in on the tackle.
Kistler was the one
Urban
to initiate the tackle,
Second down and 6.
and Urban and company there to assist, finish off the tackle. So about 3 or 4 on the play.
Tomorrow and Sunday.
So a second down and 7
Taking place at the Hickman County Ag Pavilion.
now for the Cubs. So Cheatham County, 2 receivers wide right, no one wide left. Running back behind this quarterback. Snap.
Where's Addie
Up the
tonight?
middle. It's given. That's number 4. Bouncing outside. Makes the men miss. A nice juke and stumbles out of bounds. Well beyond the sticks. And that'll be a first down, Cheatham County. And they'll say he stepped out around the 45 or 46 yard line. Seems like a lot of the biggest carries from Cheatham tonight have been improv. It's usually been due to Bulldog broken tackles that Cheatham has gotten their yardage.
Down, 10 to go.
Hickman County needs to be better about securing these tackles as the game rolls along. So 1st and 10 at the 45. Snap. Quarterback keeps it, rolls right, gets around the edge, gets a positive yard. He's about 6, and he is shoved out of bounds
Keeper shoved out of bounds
by number 5,
by
Jaden Street.
Driggers also in on the defense. 2nd down, 5 after the
Driggers with the assist on that tackle. The quarterback gets around 5 on the keeper. So stay down in 5 coming up for the Cubs. They'll mark him at midfield. And number 64, Levi Eisenhuth, now subbing into the game for number 52, Chase Sims. And number 76, Ashton Kistler, subbing in for number 60. Couldn't quite tell, but Kistler's now in the game. Their jerseys get rolled up, and it's very hard to tell out here. So a snap, it was like there would be another give up the middle. The Bulldogs were there ready for it,
Flag on the field.
but they will throw the flag.
False start.
It'll be a false start on Cheatham County. So what could have been a 2nd and medium now turns into a 2nd down and long. 2nd and
False
10
start
now
against
for the
Cheatham
Cubs. They'll
County.
put the ball back on the 45 of their own. The man that subbed in, I have confirmation now, was number 62, Ruger Toddy, the junior. He's one that subbed out for Ashton Kistler. So Cheatham County breaks the huddle, 2 receivers wide left. Those receivers are number 6 and number 7, Gage Proctor and Brady Kaysen. Snap, quarterback dropping, looking, big pressure there. Fires at the sideline, overthrown, and it's almost picked off by Spiegelmeyer. The pass was intended for number 6, Gage Proctor. The ball sails high. He got a finger on it, but that tip ball almost resulted in a Spiegelmeyer interception.
3rd down for the Cubs.
But that is still a victory of some kind for Hickman County as the ball falls incomplete, and a 3rd and long situation now for the Cubs. Number 26, A.J. Reich, trots off the field to the sideline to talk to Coach McDonald. Now he sprints back on, trying to clarify his position on the field.
It's 3rd down.
He lines up looking like an edge rusher. 2 receivers wide right, man in motion for the Cubs. In motion, an extra blocker to contend with Reich. Rolls right, quarterback looking, fires to the sideline. And they'll say it's a catch on the sideline. An excellent job of focus by that young wide receiver.
Pass is complete.
He was running out of real estate over on that sideline, but he's able to reel it in and ensure that the Cubs' drive will continue. And that first down catch will be marked down at around the 42 or 43 yard line
Cheatham has it 1st and
as they
10
now
at the
find
Bulldog
themselves in
42.
Bulldog territory. Number 17, Braden Folks, trotting onto the field to substitute for number 13, Devin Driggers in the secondary. 2 receivers wide left for the Cubs. Snap. It's a give up the middle. He bounces off a man. He has a lot of room. He's hit, and oh my goodness!
Spiegelmeyer with the tackle.
Spiegelmeyer brings the boom.
Gain of
A
3
huge hit at the 39-yard line.
by number 14. 2nd down and 7.
A very modest gain of about 3 yards on the play. 2nd and 7 now for the Cubs. And what a shot that was by Spiegelmeyer. There are few things on the gridiron that gets this hometown crowd fired up more than a big hit. And also, as I mentioned earlier, Braden Folks was our homecoming king. A special congratulations to the homecoming queen as well, Maya Buttrey, who is the daughter of one of the assistant coaches, Brian Buttrey. Quarterback in the gun, snaps, looking, fires out to the flat. That is incomplete. It seemed to be a little bit of confusion there. On behalf of the Cubs receiving corps. So the ball will fall incomplete, bring up another 3rd and long to go.
3rd down and 7 for Cheatham County.
So
here
3rd and 7.
with just under 3
The crowd is
minutes
on
to
their
go
feet here
in
at
the
Kenneth
half.
Moe Wright Stadium as they try to will on their defense into getting a big
Bulldogs
stop.
student section, we need you to make some noise for your defense.
So here we go. One receiver wide right, one left. Quarterback in the gun, running back behind him. It's a pitch to the right. He has some room, but the Bulldogs are trying to close the space quickly, and they'll get him shy of the first down marker.
Number 5
He is short by a
brought down
couple,
at the 35-yard
so a
line.
4th down and short, and it is decision time for that Cheatham County coaching staff. And they'll say he was down a lot shorter than I thought. That's going to be about a 4th and
That
3,
brings
4th and
up a
4.
4th down and 3 to go.
But being in Bulldog territory and you're losing by 7 with halftime looming in 2.5 minutes, do they want to press the envelope here?
It's 4th down, Bulldog fans.
Kaysen, the receiver, wide right. Proctor, the receiver, wide left. Quarterback, number 3, Luke Austin, in the gun. Snap, drops back, looking to throw. The Bulldogs applying pressure. He's directing traffic. Is Austin. Cuts back left. He's just running wild. He's back in his own territory. He's just begging for a receiver to come back and help him out. And he just throws a duck in the air, and that's a push-off. And he just shoves him. And there is no way they let that stand. That is a disgrace to the sport of football. He blatantly shoves him 5 yards, and I cannot believe what I just saw. And that was just unbelievable. Hickman County has been getting the short end of the stick all night with holding penalties on big gains, and now a blatant penalty goes unnoticed. And how do you miss that? I understand the referees are human. They make mistakes, but my word. It's a snap here. It's a give, bounces, and he is hit after a medium gain, and he'll be dropped. So a moderate gain for Cheatham County.
9-yard line.
And Hickman County, this defense is going to have to play through some adversity here tonight. And they'll give them about 4 yards on the play. 2nd down and 6 now for the Cubs. Cheatham County has relied heavily on this rushing attack. The passing attack hasn't looked too great.
1 minute remains in the first half.
So the clock is winding down. We've now hit a minute to go and counting. Left in this first half of play. 55 seconds and counting. Snap. Quarterback rolls right, looking to pass. Throws out in the flat. He is hit immediately
Pass is complete.
after the catch. Looks like number 6, Braden Brown.
Down in on the tackle.
And he rocks him out of bounds. So a 3rd down coming up. The referees will blow their whistle, and Cheatham County will take their second timeout of the half.
Timeout, 40 seconds left
So
to
a
go
big
here.
3rd down coming up for this Bulldog defense. 5 yards to go. Don't go anywhere, folks.
We're back in just 1 minute. WNKX would like to thank these community partners for helping to make tonight's broadcast possible. Ascension St. Thomas Hickman Hospital, Pizza Hut of Centerville, McDonald Funeral Home, Advocate Auto Body, Liberty Pharmacy, and the Meriwether Lewis Electric Cooperative.
And we're back following that short break. The defense of Hickman County trots onto the field. Cheatham County's offense does the same. 3rd and 5. And Cheatham County is knocking on the door after a horrendous no call of offensive pass interference. It appears to be Proctor wide left, Kaysen wide right. It's a give up the middle, and Darts, and the ball's out! The ball's on the carpet!
The ball is out on the ground.
And Cheatham thinks they have it, but who doesn't think they have it every time the ball is fumbled? What's the referee's signal? We're waiting for it,
And the Cubs recover.
and the Cubs will recover.
And it's 4th down.
And the officials will signal for the clock to roll. 30 seconds left in this half, and that was enough for a 1st down and goal. The Bulldogs need to be a brick wall here. Snap. Give. Touchdown, Cheatham. And you have to put an asterisk next to that touchdown, as they were gifted a pass interference no call. But unfortunately, these are the things you have to contend with when you take into account the human error factor of these officials. So with 20 seconds to go, Cheatham County finally breaks that goose egg on the scoreboard. 6-7. Hickman County still leads, but Cheatham will take their third and final timeout of the half as they discuss what they want to do here. Perhaps a 2-point conversion to take the lead, or perhaps they were looking to tie it up with a point after try by their kicker. If I were a betting man, I would say that with this timeout, they're trying to establish the best possible play to run for a 2-point conversion.
The juniors.
And of course, 2-point conversions are commonplace here in high school football. It's rare to find kickers as good as Rayburn. Hickman County has been blessed with an elite kicker. Of course, number 7, Eli Raymer, is who I'm talking about. And there's a lot of discourse happening among the Hickman County fan base as Matthew Dotson continues to announce the winners of homecoming events. And we might have to see Matthew Dotson given a security detail as he leaves if he makes the wrong announcement.
Cheatham County going for 2.
So here we go. We're back with the action. Cheatham County going for 2. 20 seconds to go. Of course, the clock doesn't roll on 2-point conversions. Quarterback in the gun, snaps, drops back to throw, over the middle, fires, over the head, incomplete. So Hickman County, even after forfeiting the touchdown run, they will hold on to the lead as we have 20 seconds to go in the first half.
And at halftime, we'll find out who won the pep rally.
As a reminder, ladies and gentlemen,
The parade.
Cheatham County is going to receive the second half kickoff because they deferred the coin toss.
Just a reminder that the skip
But with
judges
20
were
seconds to
Ben
go,
Gately,
to a lot of people, to a lot of teams, that's not enough time to score.
office staff.
But not a lot of teams have guys like John Irvin and Braden Brown back to return.
Those teachers, thank you very much.
So if either one of these men get their hands on the football on this return,
Backbeat to receive it for the
we could be
Bulldogs.
on the verge of something electric. Coach McDonald still has a couple of timeouts in his back pocket. Let's see if he elects to use them during this offensive drive of Hickman County.
Oh, there it is. Miss Estes, you got your show pulled up and ready to go? Yeah.
And the kicker of Cheatham County conversing with the official. They're finally spotting the ball. And the ball is flat on the ground, very unconventional here. Perhaps we're going to see a squib kick or an onside or something of the sorts.
I'll just hurry up and say it.
So the Bulldog front line here has to be ready. And it's a squib kick up the middle. It's fielded around the 37-yard line, 38, depends on where they want to spot him. And Hickman County's been able to break a lot of big run plays here. So I don't think if you're Cheatham, you can bank on Hickman County simply kneeling this clock out. Let's see if Coach McDonald wants to play a risky game or if he wants to play conservative and take the lead into the half. And folks, during halftime, we will be taking an intermission here, but don't go anywhere because we will be joining you for the second half of play. So here we go. Kraft, the lone man in the gun, motions Driggers right to left. Kraft, looking to throw the ball, makes a man miss in the backfield. He'll just tuck the ball and try to keep it. Darts forward, and he is ripped down to the ground after a medium gain. And Coach McDonald calling a timeout. The second timeout of the half for Hickman County. And a second down and 5 now for the Bulldogs. They mark Kraft down at around the 44-yard line. But while the probability of a touchdown in this drive is slim, you can never count out these Bulldog ball carriers. They have been making magic happen all night, albeit most of the big run plays we've had have been called back due to holding penalties. So the Bulldogs are huddled. discussing the next course of action. And the offense breaks from the sideline and they walk back onto the field. Do they want to let Kraft let it fly, or do they want to keep it on the ground?
Pizza Hut, you owe Chicago an apology.
So here we go. Kraft in the gun, triggers to the right. Snap, Kraft looking to throw. Has a lot of time. He's going to step into it and let it fly. Folks there, overthrown, and Folks takes a late shot right to the rib cage, but he's a tough young man. He hops back up to his feet. So with 3 seconds to go, nothing to lose here. Maybe they try to air it out just one more time. So here we go. 3rd down and 4. 3 seconds left in the first half. Kraft in the gun. Brown to his right. Driggers in the slot to the left. Folks wide left. Snap. Kraft looking. Steps in the pocket. And he is met. Clock expires. Kraft's still up. And he is just wrestled down at the 49. So not much happening for that Bulldog offensive possession. They play it conservative. They ensure that they go into the half with the lead. So at the end of the first half, Hickman County leads 7-6. We'll be back here in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere, folks. We have been WNKX.
Pizza Hut, you owe Chicago an apology. Pizza Hut, you owe Chicago an apology.
Tavern style pizza is our thing. Why couldn't you be happy with deep dish like all the tourists?
That's good. And you just had to make it so crispy and delicious.
It's perfection!
They put the toppings all the way to the edge.
It's cutting the shareable square.
That's delicious!
What's your deal, Pizza Hut?
Your secret's out, Chicago. Try any of our large Chicago tavern-style recipes for just $12 each.
Hey, Pizza Hut, you owe Chicago an apology.
Sorry, Chicago. No one out pizzas the Hut.
Apology accepted.
All right. We are 2 minutes and 20 seconds away from the start of our third quarter of play. Hickman County currently leads 7 to Cheatham County's 6. It was a very back and forth first half. A very low scoring affair, very defensive game. The Bulldog defense was able to shine with a few turnovers of their own, which on one of those turnovers, the offense was able to convert into points on the 30-yard touchdown run by Andy Kraft. But of course, if you were just now joining us, then you would have missed the chaotic end to the first half, which saw a deep pass completed, which would have eventually led to a turnover on downs potentially, but the receiver shoved off of number 17, Braden Folks, in the secondary, and the officials missed it. And he shoved off number 17, Braden Folks, and the officials just missed it. So that big no call there resulted in what would be Cheatham's only touchdown of the game. So what could be a 7-0 game is now a 7-6 game. But thankfully the Bulldogs did stand strong on the 2-point conversion to retain their lead. But of course, as someone who used to play sports, you hear over and over again that you cannot leave the game in the officials' hands. You have to play better. And I'm sure that's what Coach McDonald was discussing with his guys in the locker room. Of course, there were some things they could tighten up on. We saw a couple of less than stellar snaps. But we'll see what the Bulldog offense and defense has in store for us in the second half. But if you're the defensive coordinator of Hickman County, you've got to love what you're seeing out of your guys. The defense has been playing stellar tonight. Now we're under 30 seconds to go until kickoff of the second half. And of course, Cheatham County will be returning the second half kickoff because they deferred the first quarter kickoff. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it has been a very eventful night. As we've mentioned, of course, homecoming comes to a head here tonight. And as it was announced during halftime by Matthew Dotson, the seniors won homecoming this year, so a big congratulations to them. Of course, my sister Emily Copley, being a senior this year, I'm especially happy and proud of her and all the work she's done to help her class win this week. And now, folks, a bit of a personal moment here. It's also a special night for me as well. Now, I know you cannot see me in the press box. You can only hear my voice and trust my play-by-play. But tonight, I have the privilege of wearing a polo with an HC embroidered onto it. And it's a very special polo because it was given to me by Miss Lisa Truitt, who is the wife of the late Marvin Truitt, who's a very good family friend of mine who loved watching these Bulldogs no matter what sport it was. So God rest Mr. Marvin, who was a great, great friend of mine and my family's. So it's an honor and a privilege that I get to wear a polo of his, and I get to do what he loved, which is watching Hickman County high school sports. Thank you for everything you've done for me, Mr. Marvin. So now we have 2 minutes to go until kickoff. They've added on some more time to the clock just to ensure things are ready to go, running smoothly, and to give both teams time to get set up. And with about a minute left to go until the kickoff, we'll have one quick word from our sponsors. This WNKX broadcast would not be possible without MLEC, Ascension St. Thomas, Advocate Auto Body, Pizza Hut, Liberty Pharmacy, and McDonald Funeral Home. Many of these companies have been staples in this community for a long time, so we thank them very much from the bottom of our hearts for making this broadcast possible. And I also want to give another reminder that this weekend begins the Banana Pudding Festival here in Centerville, Tennessee, which is a huge deal. There's a reason it's called national. It goes beyond just the county of Hickman. It goes beyond the state of Tennessee. There are people all over the nation, and from what I've heard, there are people that come from out of the country as well, just to be a part of this great festival. So I ask you not to miss it, but if you can't be there, WNKX will be live on the radio starting at 8:30 tomorrow morning, and I will be there as your host. You don't want to miss it, folks. But here we are, back to the action here. Raymer set to kick it deep to Cheatham County. And the kick is away, and it's a booming kick. Fielded at the 10, 20, 25, and he is ran down by a bunch of Bulldogs. They stack him up, and they push him backwards. And the officials will blow the play dead, and they think they have the ball. Hickman County pointing their direction, but I believe the officials blew the play dead before the fumble. So an exciting moment or two for the Bulldogs special teams, but ultimately Cheatham County will still take over 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. A decent return for Cheatham. And they relied heavily on the rushing attack in the first half. They did mix in some passing as well. Looked very similar to the offense of Hickman County and how we run our offense. So here we go. Quarterback in the gun. It's a give. Bounces it out right. Breaks a tackle. And a bunch of Hickman County defenders are there to meet him. After a gain of a few on the opening half carry. We'll get about 3 on the play, so a 2nd down and 7 now upcoming for the Cubs. They'll mark him down at the 29-yard line.
2nd down and 8 for Cheatham County as we get the second half underway.
So here we go. We've seen a very similar formation all night for Cheatham. They have one receiver wide left, one in the slot to the left, running back flanking the quarterback in the gun. Snap, play action, rolls left, evades, throws, has a man open, caught, past the marker, breaks the tackle, gets down the sideline, staggers out of bounds, and they'll mark him down at about the 43, and that'll move the chains for Cheatham's first down of the second half. So Cheatham's pass attempts tonight, they haven't found much success with the deep ball, but they have found a few completions in the flats and over the middle. Quarterback in the gun, running back flanking him to the right. Snap, give up the middle, dashes forward ahead, gets a few on the play. That was number 4 on the carry at Jordan Hampton.
Gain of 3.
And I realized, folks, what I did in the first half, whenever I was looking down at the roster sheet, instead of looking at their number, I looked at the grade. So if I ever said at number 12, Jordan Hampton, that's my bad. That is his grade. He is a senior. So that is my mistake, but that is number 4, Jordan Hampton on the carry. So here we go. Number 7, Kaysen out wide right. Snap, give. And Bulldogs once again meet him quick in the backfield, but can't get him on initial contact. And he's going to drag and fight for a lot more than he should have gotten. And he'll fight forward down to about midfield for a gain of 4, 3rd and 3. Now for the Cubs. So Hickman County with a chance to get off the field rather quickly here, if they can come up with a big stop here on 3rd down. Number 51, Turner Davenport, looking over the sideline, trying to confirm the play with his coaches. Driggers one-on-one with Kaysen, far right on the bottom part of your screen. Oh, and the quarterback decides to keep it, and that will prove costly as number 9, Andy Kraft. We've been calling his name a lot on the offensive side of the ball, but a lot of people forget that he is a whale of a defender as well. As the clock ticks under 9.5 minutes to go in this 3rd quarter, 4th down and 9 for Cheatham. And what is certainly a punting situation, they will send out their punter, number 2, Avion Ellison. Back deep is Driggers and Brown. Here we go, snap, pretty good, hold, kick is away, it's a low line drive kick. Oh, and Brown came up trying to get some momentum. But I think his mind was too focused on running before the grab. So a near fumble there for the Bulldogs, but Brown does fall on it. So no harm, no foul there for Hickman County, and their offense jogs onto the field. They will take over 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
On Monday and Tuesday of next week. So congratulations and good luck.
The Bulldogs collectively look at their wrists as they try to get on the same page here with the play calling. Kraft in the gun, Driggers to his left, Folks wide left. Looks like Brown's wide right. Kraft talking things over. Snap. Give the Driggers up the middle. And he is met quickly, and he will get nothing, maybe lost a yard on the opening drive carry of the second half. So not much going on, and Hickman County will already take their first time out of the half. You have to think and you have to hope that that will not cost them later on in the fourth quarter when those timeouts are usually at their most important. Most of the time when we're in second half of play, timeouts are strictly used for time management to ensure that you can run as many plays as possible before regulation ends. But clearly, Coach McDonald didn't like what he saw, so let's see what he wants to change here about this offensive formation. So here we go. The offense walks back onto the field. A very brief timeout. Kraft in the gun. Looks like it'll be just him back there. Motions Driggers left to right. Fakes the give. Kraft keeps it. Has some blocks. Bounces around the edge. Has a hole. Great block by Folks. It's a foot race. And Kraft is ran down at the 31-yard line. A great carry by this young sophomore quarterback. And that is a huge momentum boost for the Bulldogs, and they are hurrying up to the line. They are in the turbo, and Kraft doesn't even look winded as he immediately takes the snap, gives it to Driggers. Driggers, a nice cut, gets around the edge, 25, cuts back in. And a nice bit of footwork by number 13, Devin Driggers. A great job of staying in bounds to net himself a few more yards on the carry. So a second down and about a yard to go for the first down. Now, the last time we saw the Bulldogs in a similar situation, we saw the muff snap. So let's see if Hickman County can keep things controlled on offense here and avoid any kind of miscues. Snap, it's a good one. Kraft drops back, fires over the middle. A great ball, but it goes through the hands of number 6, Braden Brown. If he could have secured that catch, there was no one back in the secondary to stop him. Certainly would have been a Bulldog touchdown. But I do like the aggressiveness here. When you have a second short play here, you can always rely on the run attack of the very next play to get you that guaranteed first down. So why not take a chance when you have a few downs to play with? And that's exactly what they did. So Kraft in the gun, Driggers to his right, Irvin in the slot, Brown and Folks wide right. Snap. Kraft keeps it, follows his blocks, bounces around the edge. He's met quickly and slung down. And let's see where they'll spot him. Looks around to be the 20-21-yard line, but that will be good enough based on the referee's hand motion. Yes, first down. Hickman County, a tough carry from Andy Kraft to secure the first down for his offense. So 1st and 10 as they creep very close to the red zone. Kraft fires, caught, and pops out. The catch could not survive the ground. Folks clearly frustrated after that ball. A great effort, as that ball seemed to be thrown a little bit low for him. But for Folks, that's a ball that he knows that he usually catches.
Postseason play begins next week. You can find their hype video.
So here we go, second and long following the incompletion. Kraft in the gun. Brown to his left. Driggers in the slot. Folks wide left. Snap, play action, looking. Fires over the middle. Incomplete.
third down 10.
Driggers needed a lot of focus in order to bring that ball in. The defender had his hand in the way.
Wide open.
But those have been some good balls from Kraft. Unfortunately, just could not be reeled in by his receivers. But if you're Kraft, you have to continue to trust your guys. You cannot become discouraged. Kraft in the gun. Brown to his left. Motions to the right. Snap. Give the Driggers whistles are blown. He had a lane, it looked like. And it'll be a false start called on Hickman County. So it'll back up the Bulldogs 5 yards. They certainly did not need that. So it's about 3rd and 15 from the 27. And they'll move it up a few yards. They'll move it up to around the 26. So Kraft in the gun. Running back to his right. 2 men wide right. Snap. And it's that reverse play to Irvin. Irvin's got room and he has blockers. Bounces to the right. Breaks a tackle. He's in. Number 21, John Irvin. Touchdown. Hickman County as they widen their lead. What a play. A great job of concentration. As that ball was bouncing from ball carrier to ball carrier on that reverse play. And a great job of blocking by his receivers downfield. He breaks some tackles, gets around the edge, and darts in for a Bulldog 6. So Raymer has been very solid on the year, out to kick the PAT. 7:05 to go in the third quarter. Snap, good. Hold, good. Kick.
Raymer's kick is no good.
No good. They will signal it is wide left by the looks of it.
13-6.
And I believe that's the announcer's jinx, as they call it. I never should have said anything. You know, announcers will say that the kicker's been solid, and then, of course, what happens their next play, they miss. So I'll be sure to keep my big mouth shut for the remainder of this broadcast. But given that the Bulldogs stopped the 2-point conversion earlier, they still have a 7-point lead. So if there's ever a time to miss a PAT, I suppose that was the time to do it.
Speaking of HCHS volleyball, we do want to send a big congratulations to senior Carly Spears. A couple of weeks ago, Carly passed 1,000.
And here at Hickman County, here at WNKX, we try to cover all sports here. We want to keep you informed as possible. And as it was just announced, one of our senior volleyball players, young Miss Carly Spears, broke 1,000 assists on the season, so we're very proud of her for her achievement. So Raymer, following the miss PAT, gets the tee set up at the 40-yard line as he prepares to kick things deep to Cheatham County. Reminder, there is 7:05 to go. And as I mentioned, folks, with the Banana Pudding Festival beginning tomorrow, WNKX will be broadcasting live on the radio early on tomorrow morning from 8:30 to 10 o'clock. And if you want more details on that, you can go to our website that we have set up for you. And that website is WNKXLive.com. Once again, WNKXLive.com if you want more details on the festival and our role in it. So here we go. Raymer set to kick. Charges forward. And it's away. Another booming kick fielded at the 10. And not a lot of blocking there from Cheatham County. The Bulldogs storm past. And they will drag the ball carrier. Wow, an excellent job of fighting for those extra yards. And they'll mark him down at around, let's see where they mark him down at. It'll be about the 31-yard line, it appears. So Hickman County now set to go on defense. after forcing Cheatham to punt last drive, looking to have a repeat of that this time. Snap, driving back the pass, looking. John Michael Lewis was in his face, and the flag will fly as the quarterback took a nasty shot. And they will get Lewis for the roughing the passer call. So that will mark off a big chunk of yards. And as much as you don't want to see those kinds of penalties from your guys, you want them to tighten up. Sometimes it can be hard to stop your momentum.
If you're looking for some high-quality entertainment to watch over fall break, look no further than the HCHS YouTube channel. And you can see
so that will give them 15 yards. They'll mark them now at the 47-yard line as they creep towards midfield and into Bulldog territory. So here we go. The Cubs at their own 47. Let's see if Hickman County can bounce back from that big penalty. Driggers one-on-one with Kaysen on the bottom of your screen. Snap, give, not a whole lot of places to go, but he wiggles through and gets a couple. He'll be down around the 49.5-yard line as they inch closer and closer to midfield.
I want you to know that volume 2 of Cricket's Cuts.
So a 2nd down and 7 now for the Cubs. And they will mark him. They'll give him the midfield marker there. Quarterback in the gun, running back to his left. One receiver wide right. One in the slot to the left. And it looked like some jumping up front. They'll signal the offsides. One of the judges is saying. But let's see what the official decision is. And they will get Cheatham County for the false start. That's why you can't make any presumptions, folks. So that will back them up for a 2nd and long, 2nd and 12. Let's see where the official marking will be. I'm trying to see. It'll be at the 45.
2nd and 12.
So let's see how the Cubs will bounce back from that penalty. Let's see if the Bulldogs can take advantage. Quarterback in the gun. Running back to his left. Snaps, rolls left. It's going to be a design keeper. And he shakes through some tackles. And that will set up a 3rd down and much more manageable for the Cubs. They'll mark him down at the 45 of Hickman County. So now they find themselves in Bulldog territory. A 3rd and short. The Bulldogs need to become a brick wall here. If you're Hickman County, you want to anticipate the rushing play here, but you can't overcommit. Because that's how they beat you over the top. So they have 4 men lined up here. Snap, give up the middle, and the Bulldogs swarm the line of scrimmage.
Hampton takes it up to the 42-yard line.
The Bulldogs swarm the line of scrimmage, but Cheatham County is able to fight their way through and pick up another 1st down. The ball appeared to be on the ground there at the end of the play, but he was well already down. So the 42 of Hickman County is now where Cheatham will set up shop. I believe what I've seen most throughout this entire game, more than anything else, has been yards after contact for the Cubs. Hickman County does a great job of breaching the initial line of scrimmage, but they cannot finish the job. Let's see if they can change that here before too long. Snap, right, looking. Bulldogs applying pressure. He just lets it fly. It's going to be underthrown, and it's incomplete.
That pass intended for number 7 falls incomplete. 2nd down and 10.
So the quarterback throws it to ensure that his own guy made the catch or no one makes the catch. So 2nd down and 10 now for Cheatham following the incompletion. Snap. And the quarterback keeps it. He also needs to keep it, tug and run with it. He breaks some tackles again, and he's just dragging people with him.
First down, Cheatham County.
Hickman County's biggest weakness in this game has been tackling. There have been countless times where Cheatham should have either very little, nothing, or a loss, but it turns into a moderate to large game. So the Hickman defense needs to become more stout and wrap up. They cannot afford to be too cute, trying to force fumbles or anything of the like. While those are nice bonuses, first and foremost, you have to get your man on the ground. 2 receivers left for Cheatham County. Quarterback in the gun, running back behind him. Snap, drops back, looks to throw, fires over the middle, caught! And that was a nice sliding catch by Kaysen.
21-yard line. Second down and 1 coming up.
But he was just shy of the sticks, so second down and 1 now for Cheatham County. Number 76, Ashton Kistler, coming out of the game, being subbed in for. Same formation as last play. Snap, give up the middle. And this time the Bulldogs make a big tackle at the point of contact.
Brought down for maybe a loss of 1 on the play.
Number 4, Jordan Hampton, was there on the carry, but he was going nowhere. He has done a great job all night of getting some big yards after contact, but he is going nowhere on that play. A great tackle there by a couple of Bulldogs. So a power look here, quarterback under center. And he's going to sneak it, powering his way through. And it looks like he's going to have enough for the first down.
First down for Cheatham County.
They'll mark him down at around the 19-yard line as the pile will push, and thus the chains will move. As a reminder, we have 2 minutes, 50 seconds to go in this third quarter.
Under 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. As time continues to tick away. Once again, we thank everybody for joining us for our homecoming game tonight. We thank Kona Ice for joining us earlier tonight as well. First
Quarterback
10 for
in the
Cubs.
gun, running back behind him, 2 receivers wide left, 1 in the slot. Snaps, gives, and he is met at the line. Hampton is going nowhere, and a helmet goes rolling on the field. That's going to be the helmet.
Big play there by number 26.
It's going to be the helmet of number 64, Levi Eisenhuth, so he has to sprint off the field, as that is a rule. If you lose your helmet, you got to sit out a play.
And that will be a loss of 2.
So a great job of hustling right there by young Eisenhuth to be aware to get off the field there. So Hampton's carry will actually lose them a couple of yards. A second down and 12 for Cheatham with under 2 minutes to go. 1 receiver right, 1 to the left. Snap, play action, dropping, looking to his left, fires it up. It's a one-on-one, it's a jump ball. Incomplete.
Spiegelmeyer in on the
A
coverage.
great job of coverage by Spiegelmeyer. Almost came up with the pick.
Third down.
It appeared that Austin's intended target was number 7, Brady Kaysen. And it seemed like Kaysen had to become something of a defensive back himself to prevent the ball from being intercepted. So a great heads-up play by the young wide receiver of Cheatham County.
Third down and
So
12.
Austin goes to the sideline to get his play, trots back on into the huddle. Now the huddle is broken. Third and long, you have to anticipate the pass, but you can't rule out a run. Kaysen, wide right. Number 6, Proctor in the slot to the right. Snap, play action. Austin rolls right, looks, and he's grabbed, and he is drugged down. The ball's out. The ball is out.
There is a flag on the field.
And there is a flag on the play. They might get him for horse collar, which if he does, that's horrible. And Coach McDonald is beside himself on the sideline. Hickman County has gotten absolutely 0 calls like that. So let's see. Let's get the personal foul. Yep, it's a horse collar, because why wouldn't it be?
Personal foul, horse collar tackle called against right.
Now it will stay third down because in high school there are no automatic first downs on personal foul penalties. but that will set him up at the 14-yard line. Third down and about 5 to go. This is still no easy conversion by any means for the Cubs. Quarterback Austin in the gun, running back Hampton to his right. Proctor and Kaysen out wide. Snaps. It's a design keeper. Gets around the edge. A nice block, and he gets rocked at the 14. Driggers.
As he is stopped at the 13-yard line.
I think that was Irvin there. Irvin or Driggers. Both of them there on the hit.
Here with a minute.
A big tackle by Hickman County.
Coming up for the Dogs defense.
Of course, as I mentioned, the inability to tackle has been a bane for Hickman County here tonight, but they do right that wrong, at least somewhat there on that last play. So it's fourth down. The offense stays on the field, and this is a big play with under a minute to go in the third quarter. This is a big momentum play here. Snaps, looking, fires over the middle. Incomplete. Spiegelmeyer with a big shot on the receiver, ensuring that he could not hold on to that football, and a huge defensive play by that Bulldogs secondary. That is 2 huge plays, potentially touchdown-saving plays by number 14, Aiden Spiegelmeyer, and he has been all over the place on defense. So Hickman County will now take over on offense as Kraft goes from defender to quarterback, as they'll be inside their own red zone at about the 13, 14-yard line. Kraft in the gun, Brown to his left, Driggers in the slot to the left, Folks wide left. Kraft snaps, gives to Brown on the outside zone play, follows his blocks very slowly and patiently, and he drags some guys with him down to the 25-yard line. Down to the 25-yard line, yes, that's correct. And that will move the chains. First down, Hickman County. And he actually surges a little bit beyond the 25-yard line. Give him the ball at the 26. Kraft in the gun, running back to his left, 3 receivers wide left. Snap. Kraft, design keeper, quarterback draw, darts, cuts inside, lowers his shoulder and powers ahead for a nice gain of about 8.
Works his way down to the 34-yard
They'll mark him
line.
down at the 34.
Gain of 7 after a nice run by Kraft.
And Kraft is such a tough runner that cannot be overstated. So a second and manageable now for Hickman County. And both teams walk to their sidelines as the clock expires here in this third quarter of play. Fourth quarter on the way. Don't go anywhere, folks, here on WNKX.
We're back in just 1 minute. WNKX would like to thank these community partners for helping to make tonight's broadcast possible. Ascension St. Thomas Hickman Hospital, Pizza Hut of Centerville, McDonald Funeral Home, Advocate Auto Body, Liberty Pharmacy, and the Meriwether Lewis Electric Cooperative.
And we're back following that short ad break as we transition from the third quarter to the fourth. The fields have flipped. Hickman County has a second and manageable. Second down and 3 coming up following that first down carry by Andy Kraft.
And Executive President Lily Istry, thanks for doing a great job this year with Homecoming 2024.
So Kraft is going to be in the gun. Brown to his right. Driggers in the slot to the right. Folks wide right. Snaps. Gives to Brown inside zone. Skips over a down defender. Tries to fight forward. And he is picked up off his feet, it looks like, and finally wrestled down. Not much going for Hickman County on the second down run play. He might have lost half a yard on the carry. Third and 4. Bulldogs need a big conversion here. 3 receivers wide right, running back in the gun beside Kraft. Snaps. Play action. Looking. Folks has his man beat. It's caught.
And the pass is complete.
It's caught down at the 37.
The pass is complete.
Is Folks.
Homecoming king, Braden
And
Folks.
that was the homecoming king, our player, spotlight player, number 17, Braden Folks. And they'll say ineligible receiver downfield is called on Hickman County.
Receiver downfield has been called.
And Hickman County trying to plead their case with the men in stripes on the field. And it seems like every time Hickman County has something big, it's immediately negated.
What? Who was downfield?
And frankly, I'm not,
And another big Bulldog play taken away.
frankly, it's getting a little ridiculous, folks. I can't even count the amount of times we've seen this happen. But that was a great ball by Kraft, a great catch, great concentration by Folks with a defender on him. Snap, and they blow the whistle, and hey, guess what? Another flag on the field, because why not? Is it a timeout call? Waiting for the official signal here. And the flag was just to delay play so that they could confirm the timeout. And that will be Cheatham County's first timeout of the half. Each side has used one timeout. And before we continue on with our play, a quick look at our sponsors here tonight.
21.
And we're back following the Cheatham County timeout.
HCHS Athletics. 3rd and 8. Hickman County.
So a big third down looming for the Bulldog offense. 3rd and 8. It looks like the Bulldogs in their own territory. Ball is marked at around the 27. Kraft looks like he's going to be in the gun. Driggers to his right. 3 receivers wide right. Snap. It's a design keeper. Kraft has a lot of room. Makes the man miss. Drags some defenders with him. And that is going to be plenty for a Hickman County first down at their own 41.5-yard line. The Bulldogs' philosophy tonight seems to be, when in doubt, just give Kraft the rock. And it's been working very well. Same formation for the Dogs. Snap. Give to Brown. Brown follows his blocks, has a lot of room. Spins out, looking for a hole, but he won't find much. But he does get a pretty nice gain of about 8 yards on the carry. He'll bring it up to midfield, and that's where they'll mark him down at. So a nice, tough, gutsy carry by Brown to set his team up with a 2nd down and short. About 2 yards to go for the Sticks. Kraft in the gun. Folks, the lone receiver, out wide right. 2 running backs flanking Kraft. Snap. Give to Driggers. Driggers cuts. Makes some men miss, and he is met by a lot of Cubs. And there will be a flag called. Probably a holding. Let's see. It's going to be a chop block called on Hickman County. I think that might be the first chop block call I've seen all season. But that will back the Bulldogs up, bringing up a 2nd and long, essentially negating the great rush by Brown. So 2nd and 12 now for Hickman County. So Kraft in the gun.
It is. It was 2nd down. It was 2nd and 2.
Kraft snaps. Driggers in motion. Kraft in to keep it. Has a lot of room. Has some daylight. Breaks the tackle. He's still on his feet. 35. 30, and he is wrestled down at the 27-yard line. And that was an angry run by number 9, Andy Kraft. Plenty, and I mean plenty, for a Hickman County first down. And they'll give it to him at the 26-yard line. As this crowd erupts in Andy Kraft chants, and why not? He has looked stellar tonight. So Kraft will be in the gun again. No doubt that's where he's most comfortable. Turns around, looks at the officials. Kraft trying to confirm something. Driggers to his left, 3 receivers wide left. He's going to give it to Driggers. Driggers patiently waiting for holes to open, and they do! Driggers, a great patient run! Darts up the middle! He's in! Touchdown! Number 13, Devin Driggers, a great patient run. He waits for holes to open, and then all of a sudden, the Red Sea just parts. And he darts through into the end zone, and this Bulldog lead widens. And with 9 minutes and 29 seconds to go in this first half, Hickman leads 19-6. And they will leave Raymer on the sideline. Kraft is going to stay on the field as they're going to attempt this 2-point conversion. And it looks like they're trying to get back that missed PAT earlier. Kraft snaps, keeps it, follows, dives, in. The 2-point conversion is good. Kraft putting his body on the line, diving in. And that is a huge conversion to cap off a huge touchdown rush by number 13, Devin Driggers. Hickman County leads 21-6 against the Cubs of Cheatham County. 9.5 to go. Don't go anywhere, folks.
We're back in just 1 minute. WNKX would like to thank these community partners for helping to make tonight's broadcast possible. Ascension St. Thomas Hickman Hospital, Pizza Hut of Centerville, McDonald Funeral Home, Advocate Auto Body, Liberty Pharmacy, and the Meriwether Lewis Electric Cooperative.
And we're back. And if you're just joining us here, there is 9 minutes and 29 seconds to go in the game. Hickman County just had a huge touchdown courtesy of Devin Driggers. Hickman County leads 21-6. And if their defense can come up with a huge stop here on this drive, they might be able to put the nail in the coffin. So Raymer making sure his guys are set. The Bulldogs special teams now splits up. They assume their positions. Raymer looks ready to kick things deep. Here we go. He charges. The kick is away, and it's a deep kick. And that'll bounce into the end zone. Cheatham County will let it roll, and that will be a touchback. Number 2, Avion Ellison elects for the touchback. Doesn't try to make anything happen there. So they will set up shop 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. And it has been a while since we have seen this Hickman County student section this packed and this fired up. Of course, credit that to homecoming night, but also credit that to a big Bulldog lead as Hickman County inches closer and closer to their first win of the season. So number 3, Austin in the gun, running back behind him, looks like Hampton. 2 receivers wide right, snap, drops back, throws, quick receiver screen to the right. And he breaks some tackles. He gets a first down. And he has ran out of bounds, thankfully. If you're just watching with your eyes, you'd think he would have gotten 20 yards past the sticks, but they do say he stepped out at around the first down marker, and I think they will say he got enough. Yes, he did. They'll mark him down at the 30-yard line, exactly 10 yards, first down Cubs. And if you're the defense, you have to just avoid these big plays, these big chunk plays, because that's how they get momentum. That's how they get back in the game. And with 9:21 to go, you have to think they'll cut out this running game. They'll rely more on the passing game. And Hickman County looking to storm the quarterback, rolls right, has time, tries to make something happen, and he is ran out of bounds.
Rushes the quarterback out of bounds.
And Reich is the one that rushed him out of bounds. It looked like a big collision on the sideline there. A lot of bodies went down.
10 coming up for
But the quarterback, a decent effort, but nothing to show for it. Second down and 10 for the Cubs. And I'll actually say he lost a couple. So second down and 12 for the Cubs.
From homecoming team.
So second and 12, quarterback in this familiar formation, running back behind him, 2 receivers wide left. Snaps, rolls right. Lewis in the pursuit. He throws up, has the man open. Oh my goodness! Spiegelmeyer, that's a grown man. Lays the boom on number 6, Gage Proctor. Now I'll give Proctor credit where it's due. He bounced right up after that massive hit stick. But he is still well shy of the sticks. Third down and about 4 to go, maybe a long 3. They'll mark him down at the 37. 2 receivers wide right, quarterback in the gun, running back behind him. It's Hampton. Snap. Austin rolls right. It's going to be a keeper. And look at that tackle by number 76. Ashton Kistler said, "You shall not pass," as he jumps all over the back of the Cheatham County QB.
Face mask called against the dog.
And there will be a face mask penalty as the officials are doing their best to keep Cheatham County in this game. But a penalty is a penalty. I can't complain too much. As I said earlier, Hickman County has to keep the refs as a non-factor. Just keep playing their ball game, tighten up, and don't give them anything to call. John Michael Lewis subbing out, coming in number 9, Andy Kraft, who is arguably a better defender than he is a quarterback. That's what makes this young man so impressive. So 1st and 10 following the face mask at about the 47. They're now in Bulldog territory. 1 receiver wide left, 1 to the right. Quarterback snaps, looking, some motion up front. And they'll get him for a false start.
False start called.
So just as Cheatham had some momentum, that false start will back him up. 1st and 15 now, and they'll mark him down at the 48. So as soon as they get into Hickman territory, they now find themselves back into their own territory. So 8 minutes here to go. 1st and 15. 2 receivers to the right. It's Proctor and Kaysen. Hampton behind his quarterback. Snap. Austin driving back. And he's got a lot of Bulldogs coming after him. And he's able to come. He's got nowhere to go. He has got nowhere to go. A pack of rabid dogs wrap him up and drag him down. And the man who finished the job on that tackle was number 26, A.J. Reich. And it appeared Austin was shaken up on the play, and we hope it's nothing too serious. The trainer's out to check on him. And folks, whether it's our own team or the opposing team, these are just high school students. You never want to see these kids get shaken up, injured in any way, so our thoughts and prayers are with young number 3, Luke Austin. He was certainly shaken up on that last tackle. So with 7:44 to go, they have a second down and about 20 or 21 to go.
Has a second down and 20.
Number 19, Gunnar Orange, the freshman quarterback, is in to fill in for the injured Austin. Snap, give. That's Hampton, has some room, but he's slowed down, and a nice job of tackling by the Bulldogs. He gets about 10 yards on the carry. So he'll get back to about the original line of scrimmage. But those were some yards the Bulldogs could afford to give up. So now a third down and long, and about 11 to go. They have to force this young quarterback to be uncomfortable. Of course, he is just a freshman. I'm not too sure how many reps he's had in live play this year, but I wonder if the coaching staff of Cheatham County trusts this young man to throw it. We'll find out. Kaysen and Proctor wide right, man in motion right to left. Running back behind Gage. It's going to be a handoff again, and he is going to get nowhere. They'll mark him down at the 50. That is behind the line of scrimmage.
Big play there.
So 4th and long, do they send out the punting unit? If you send out the punting unit, you give the Bulldogs a lot of time to run the clock off, and you might be conceding the game in doing so. But with a freshman QB, the young Gunnar Orange, do you want to risk it? You don't want to risk ruining his confidence or his health. So their offense will stay on the field. 4th down and 13. Snap. He's going to throw it. He lets it fly. Caught at the 40. And he gets a first down. So how about that? They trust the freshman, young Gunnar Orange, to throw the ball. And he completes it to a wide open receiver. And once again, the Bulldogs cannot bring the receiver down on first contact. So the clock continues to roll. We're under 6 minutes to go. They'll mark him down at about the 34. So that's going to be a confidence booster to this young quarterback. Maybe they trust him to let it fly more. Proctor and Kaysen wide right. Snap. Drops back to throw. Fires. Sideline. And it looked to be intercepted, and no, it falls incomplete. Spiegelmeyer with almost a big pick there to add on to his already spectacular night, and that was close. That ball hung up in the air for what felt like forever. So 2nd down and 10 coming up for the Cubs. The huddle breaks. They flop their receivers. Proctor and Kaysen going to be on the left side. Drops back. Looking. Austin's back in the game. He lets it fly. He has a man. Caught on the sideline. And they say incomplete. He did not get his feet in bounds. He did not have control. And Proctor is pleading his case. And I have to be honest, it looked like a catch from the press box. But with that blown PI call earlier, frankly, I don't have a whole lot of sympathy. It has gone both ways here tonight. Some unfortunate turns of events for both sides. But it's all about who can rise up and persevere through not getting every call to go your way. So 3rd down and 10 from the 34. Austin back in the game, their sophomore quarterback. Snapping, looking, to throw play. Some pursuit, fires the sideline. It is complete, but very, very short of the first down marker. So a 4th down and 8 coming up. The Bulldogs did force them the 4th down last time, but they did forfeit over a first down. So let's see if the Bulldogs can tighten up here, get the ball back, and salt this one away with 5 minutes to go in the game. So we are glad to see Austin back in the game, and his injury was nothing too serious. Looks like Ellison and Kaysen wide left. He drops back, fires, has a man, and it's short. It skips up to Ellison. Austin's throw comes up short, and that will be a turnover on downs. Hickman County will take over. 1st and 10. 1st and 10. From around the 30-yard line. I'm curious to see the play calling here from Coach McDonald. Do they choose to run off as much clock as possible? Do they try airing it out?
The other one that I have on it,
With the dynamic rushers that we have, you have to think of rushing play. Yep, and Kraft's going to keep it. Kraft darts through. And a nice scan on the first down carry. And they'll say he got the first down. They'll mark him down at around the 42-yard line. And the official who gave the signal signals it off, and it will be second down and inches to go. But still a great first down carry by Kraft, nonetheless. And Kraft keeps his eyes on the play clock. They're going to let it wind down as much as they can. Remember, Cheatham County took a timeout early. They only have 2 instead of 3. Snap. Give to Driggers. Bounces left. And he's got plenty for the first down and trots out of bounds. And they'll mark him at around the 48-yard line, maybe the 47.
At their own 47-yard line.
And the clock continues to roll again. Snap, give, as we expected, to Brown. Brown follows his blocks, has a hole, darts through, 35, 30, and he is down. And a very, very smart play by Brown to ensure that he goes down inbounds, and he does not allow the Cheatham defense to run him out. So we'll have the ball at the 28, and the clock continues to run. We're under 3.5 minutes to play. And this Bulldog rushing attack tonight has been lethal. So many ball carriers tonight have been on their A game. Irvin's had a few big runs. Brown's had a few big runs. Driggers has had a few big runs. Kraft has had a few big runs. That's what Hickman County loves to see. Snap. Play action. He's throwing over the middle. Cut Brown! And he breaks free of one tackle, but he is swarmed by a few Cubs. Surprised the decision there to keep passing with under 3 minutes to go. I figured they just try to run this clock out, but they're going to keep the foot on the gas. And they'll mark him down at around the 18-yard line. Kraft in the gun, Driggers to his left, Brown to his right, Folks wide left. Snap, give, Driggers. And a nice first down carry by Devin Driggers. We'll get him about, waiting for the official spot. He gets it down to the 14-yard line. Get about 4 yards on the carry. 2nd and 6 now for the Bulldogs. Under 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Kraft's letting the clock wind down. Snap. Give to Driggers. Follows his blocks, bounces off his O-lineman, but ultimately nothing much going for him after that. Maybe a yard. They'll give him maybe a yard, maybe half a yard. 3rd down and 5 for the Bulldogs with 1.5 minutes now to go in the contest. Third down and medium. And it appears that the official blows the whistle and take an official timeout. Not sure what's going on here. And they're forcing number 6, Braden Brown, to substitute out of the game. They signal to his right arm. Not sure what the problem there is. But they will bring in number 14, Aiden Spiegelmeyer, to take his place in the slide out left. Kraft in the gun, Driggers to his left, Folks wide left, snaps, gives. It's that reverse play. Irvin darts forward, a nice dive. And that, I guess it was a fumble. I thought he dove for the yardage, but it looks like he was just diving for the football. And they are just shy. So 4th down. and they change it to first down finally. There's some confusion there. So first down and goal from the 7-yard line. And it appears with Driggers way behind Kraft, they will assume the victory formation with 20 seconds to go. And Kraft kneels the ball, and your Hickman County Bulldogs are in the win column. And no better night to do it than homecoming night. These young men have worked hard all season to feel this feeling, to taste the taste of victory, and we could not be here at WNKX any prouder of our Bulldogs. They fought hard all game. The defense looked great. The offense looked great. Andy Kraft specifically looked phenomenal taking the snaps. So as the clock officially hits 0, your final score here at Jerry Bratton Field, which is housed by Kenneth Moe Wright Stadium, is your Hickman County Bulldogs 21, the Cheatham County Cubs 6. We are so proud of our Bulldogs, a big win. And folks, before we depart with you this evening, I want to remind you of the Banana Pudding Festival this weekend. WNKX will be live tomorrow morning at 8:30 to 10 o'clock covering the festival. Folks, you do not want to miss it. This is a huge national and even global event. People from all over the world are here for this wonderful festival to celebrate banana pudding. So please join us here at WNKX tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. And if you have any questions, if you want to know any details, go to our website at WNKXLive.com. Once again, that is WNKXLive.com. Folks, I have been Josh Copley, your play-by-play announcer. Thank you very much for joining us here tonight for some Friday Night Lights. So long and farewell.
We're back in just 1 minute. WNKX would like to thank these community partners for helping to make tonight's broadcast possible. Ascension St. Thomas Hickman Hospital, Pizza Hut of Centerville, McDonald Funeral Home, Advocate Auto Body, Liberty Pharmacy, and the Meriwether Lewis Electric Cooperative.